Hi, this is Sir Absolon of MathALAS channel, and welcome once again in another episode of Learning in Mathematics. Good morning to all of you, my dear students. The topic for this episode is all about multiplication of radical expressions. And after the end of this session, you are expected to perform multiplication of radical expressions. In the first part of our discussion is multiplication of radicals with the same indexes. How do we multiply radicals of this property? Rule: the nth root of a times the nth root of b is equal to the nth root of the product of a times b. Example number 1. What is the product of the square root of 2 times the square root of 6? Solution: applying the product rule. We have square root of 2 times the square root of 6 is equal to square root of 2 times 6, which is equal to 12. Extracting the square root of 12 by factoring using the highest perfect square of 12. It is equal to 4 times 3. Taking the square root of 4, so the final answer is 2, the square root of 3. Did you get it, dear learners?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good job.
Example number 2. Find the solution of the product of 3, the square root of 32, and 4, the square root of 8. Solution: 3, the square root of 32 times 4, the square root of 8, is equal to the product of the coefficient 3 and 4 multiplied by the square root of 32 and square root of 8. Multiplying 3 times 4, that is equal to 12, and 32 times 8 is also equal to 256. Extracting the square root of 256. That is equal to 16. How did we get 16? Applying the property nth root of certain number raised to n is equal to a. Finally, the product of 12 and 16 is 192. Therefore, the product of 3, the square root of 32, and 4, the square root of 8, is 192. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Example number 3. Simplify 18, the square root of a square, times 4, the square root of a cube. Solution: 18, the square root of a number a raised to 2 times 4, the square root of a number raised to 3, is equal to 18 times 4 multiplied to the square root of a squared times a raised to 3 equals 72, the square root of y raised to 2 plus 3 equals 72, the square root of y raised to 5. Extracting the square root of y raised to 5 is equal to 72, the square root of y raised to 4 times y. Then the final answer is 72 times a raised to 2 times the square root of a. Example number 4. Negative 3 square root of 3 times the quantity 2 plus the square root of 5. Solution: negative 3 square root of 3 times the quantity 2 plus the square root of 5 is equal to negative 3 square root of 3 times 2 plus negative 3 square root of 3 times the square root of 5 is equal to negative 6 minus 3 square root of 15. That answer is non-reducible, so that's the final answer. Claro?
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Example number 5. Simplify the quantity square root of 7 minus the square root of 2 times the quantity square root of 7 plus the square root of 5. Solution: the quantity square root of 7 minus the square root of 2 times the quantity of square root of 7 plus the square root of 5 is equal to square root of 7 times the quantity square root of 7 plus 5 minus the square root of 2 times the quantity of square root of 7 plus the square root of 5 is equal to the square root of 49 plus the square root of 35 minus the square root of 14 minus the square root of 10. Getting the square root of 49, and that is 7. So the final answer is 7 plus the square root of 35 minus the square root of 4 minus the square root of 10. Understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
So, that's end of our lesson. See you again next time. In MathALAS channel, we are making mathematics easy. Bye.